Hi there peeps, thank you for joining me. You're here with Coach Mo once again at the Abdullah Aid headquarters in Newham. By my side again is Coach Rudy and Saf, and I thank you both for joining me. So Monday went well. We just come to give our donation to Abdullah Aid. Shaks Mauji was very impressed, as well. We were very proud to finally hand it over. We'll leave the total to the end of the show though, so keep watching. Today we're gonna take it up a notch. So you probably remember last week we shot a video called "The Boots Are Off." The Boots Are On. So now we're gonna, have a little post-match reaction, see how the day went, see how the game went, and do a little segment on "The Boots Are Off." So let's get started. For those of you that couldn't make it to the game, better give you a quick update. The coaches won 8-1. Coach Rudy scored a hat-trick himself. Coach Pele scored 2, with Coach Hafiz, Coach Uze and Coach Usman getting 1 each. And for the coaches, for the parents, well, it was an own goal scored by the coaches. So the coaches scored all the goals on the day. Brilliant game, played in great spirit. Utmost respect from both sides shown to each other, which is great. And that's what we expect at r77. The fans enjoyed it. A brilliant game, some brilliant football played. So Saf, there's a lot of talking from your side of the camp before the game. I think admittedly you'd say yes. True? Yes. Now, end of the game, the final whistle went 8-1. What was your initial feeling personally, on a personal level? What was your initial feeling at the final whistle?
I was proud of my players, and that's it. I was disappointed in some of them. I think some of them didn't turn up, but that's for another day, I think. But yeah, I was disappointed in our performance, especially the first half where we were just bombarded. And that's it. Second half we were much better, but first half diabolical, absolutely diabolical.
Now you went in at half-time 4-0 down. What was that feeling in the changing room from all your players?
The feeling was good. The heads were still up. They didn't drop. I had to make a few changes, tactical changes, because we were getting overrun in midfield. We just didn't have the legs, to be honest with you, in the middle of the park. When we did, then some mistakes, like giving a couple of penalties away, which wasn't good. So.
Now, Rudy, from your side of things, again, you got to admittedly say that your camp did do a bit of talking as well, but effectively, and at the end of the day, you did back it up. You scored 8 goals, conceded 1. So, what was your feeling at full time?
No, we did ourselves proud. We did what we set out to do. I remember saying I want to go into half time 2-3 up, went in 4 up. We were buzzing from the minute we got there. When we got there, we felt the pressure. I think that showed in the first 5 minutes of the game. And it really ran. That always helps. So after that, after we woke up, it was pretty much plain sailing after that. Once the boys started to get a feel of the ball, get a feel of the ground, I told him beforehand, I say again, they're unplayable. That midfield three is unplayable on his bad day. So they were pretty good, to be fair. So yeah, that won us the game in essence. But I think all in all, the whole team, like I said earlier in the last video, we're going to win it as a team, and we won it as a team. So yeah, quite good.
No, that's a good point to raise. On a personal note, you scored a hat-trick, 2 penalties and a header. How was that feeling for you? Because I know you played obviously the biggest part in organising that day alongside the coaches and the parents and the kids. So obviously your family were there cheering on you. Little Umar was there cheering you on.
Yeah.
How was that feeling?
Yeah, no, it's good. It's always good to score a goal. It's always good to score a goal. Whether it's 1, whether it's 3, whatever it is, just put the ball in the back of the net. The feeling's fine. I know people are going to say there were disputable penalties. We could have had 3, we could have had 4, we could have had 5. And I don't like giving them up. I ain't missed one yet, and I'm going to continue that hopefully. But it's always good to score goals. But the team makes the goals. Like I said, all 3 goals were made for me from the team, and I was lucky enough to chip in with 1 assist as well. So not bad there at the office, considering I was playing with 1 leg. So it was good.
I think it's a good point you mentioned. We did highlight before the game the size of the pitch and how difficult it would be for both sides. Now, Saf, I know you had a lot of injuries in your team, so how do you think the rotation went? Were they mainly forced, or were they ones that you wanted to make?
First 20 minutes, I made 2 substitutions, and they were enforced. I wasn't impressed, but I had to make the changes. I first 10 minutes I had to make the changes at the back and on my right hand side. But listen, I'm not making excuses. We had 35, 40-year-olds playing against 16, 17, 19, 20-year-olds, so obviously you're going to get overrun. I maybe did you a bit. I thought that they maybe do a job, but the pitch was dry, hard to turn for these boys. It was okay, but it wasn't a massive pitch. But when you're expecting 35, 40-year-olds to run on that pitch up and down, it's not possible. It's not possible. And you guys knew that.
I mean, there were a couple of, I think quite a few stand-up performers for the parents team. I mentioned a few. Sarfraz, he played a full game. He was playing on my side, didn't stop running. Zubekar, another one, he played fantastic. I know Nasim Koi's done the best they could playing in the centre field. Like Rudy said, against that free and against Rudy up front, it is a difficult job. But I thought they held their own at most occasions. Again, Irfan made some good saves, came out well. And again, Asif Malik in the centre of the park. I mean, it was very, very difficult. I thought most times he was out for. But what could he do against 3 very big players and very technically gifted players? If there was anything you could change in terms of formation, what would it be?
I started with the back 4. I would have taken one of the central defenders out and put in Nas next to Koit, because that was my plan of keeping the back 4 as competitive as possible, and then 2 in front. So it would be hard for you guys to break us down. But I had to make a change in the first 10 minutes, and then when I moved Nas across into central defence, I had to move Safras back onto right back, and then I had to put another player right wing in front of the 2. So we were playing 4-2-3-1. So then we lost the edge. I didn't, to be honest with you, halfway through the first half, I was scratching my head because I didn't have no more options, because I needed runners. Asif Malik had a wonderful game. Arif, because I put them 2 in front of the defence, I lost that box-to-box player with Arif. That's why in the second half I put him a bit forward to kind of put you guys under pressure. But yeah, for the future.
Okay. Rudy team scored 8 goals, 8 celebrations. What was your thinking on the 4th goal just before half time?
Oh, we said we were going to have 1 up our sleeve, and funny enough, we actually deliberately had a foul throw in the game as well. It was all deliberate. And then we thought, let's celebrate it perfectly. Let's give it. The end of the day, it's entertainment. Football's entertainment. It's about the crowd. There was a massive crowd there, and they needed to cheer the parents on. We were there. I don't know why, we were the enemy for some reason. I don't know what we've done to anyone, but we were the enemy. I'm just glad that those penalties went in, because I tell you what, I missed one of them, and that will be the biggest cheer of the day. So, yeah, nice. But it was fun. We said we planned all 8 celebrations, and there were plenty more. So kind of gutted that we didn't get to do them all, but we saved a few for next year, man.
Fair enough. Again, it was played in great spirit. It was a great game. Some great football on the show. There's been some talk from the parents' camp that there could be future games, maybe 7-a-side, 5-a-side in the near future against the coaches. Is that something that's in your thoughts?
7-a-side, yeah, not 5-a-side. 7-a-side is a little bit bigger pitch. So imagine
you stand a chance against the coaches in 7-a-side?
Yeah, of course.
No chance.
Yeah, of course.
No chance.
Why do you think that?
Half the players won't play. Half the players that I've got won't play. But half the players that I've got,
no chance. Take 7 of them that one day on Monday against the real 7-a-side footballers, because that's what they are. Our boys are not 11-a-side footballers, they're the 7-a-side footballers, the lot of them. And no chance.
Were you surprised by the the way the game was played by the coaches, the skill on show, the technical ability, or was it something that you expected?
I knew that's the way they play. I wasn't surprised at all. I was surprised that one of my players missed a chance in the first or second minute. The game would have been much different. We held our own for about 15-20 minutes. It was 0-0. So if we was to take a lead 1-0, then I think it would have been much different. But that's ifs and buts. But yeah, it is what it is.
It is a game of fine margin. There were penalties that were awarded and then taken away, and then penalties that were awarded in the end. Some handballs which weren't given. Few quite. So what did you think of? Obviously, I don't want to bring the referee, but I thought he done a great job controlling the game. He was a young referee. So how did you think the referee done?
He didn't control the game at all.
What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, look, it was a charity game, and I don't think he came with an expectation of it being as competitive as it was. As a referee, you should be prepared for everything. That's one thing I will give to Saf. He should be prepared for everything, whether it's charity game or competitive game. Tackles will fly in. He will lose control of the game if he doesn't do it properly. And there were times where he probably did lose control of the game, but like I said, he's a young referee. He's not used to coaching reffing adults. So all in all, I'm not going to complain. He gave me 2 penalties. I'm taking that all day long, I'm not complaining.
Yeah, so obviously Rude is more happy than Saf on that basis. But overall, as a day, I mean, it was brilliant. We had food there. We had probably 120 to 150 people present, and it was great to see. I mean, when us players looked up at the crowd, we were gobsmacked because we didn't expect that many players to be there, that many fans, families were there, random people from the community which came to help out, came to support. So when you got home, Saf, obviously I know you lost the game 8-1, but what was the feeling from your family? Was it a brilliant day that they enjoyed?
Yeah,
Something
everyone enjoyed their day. The kids were buzzing. Yeah,
that's great to hear. What about from your side? I know a lot of your family helped out and done a fantastic job, especially with
you have to give a special mention to all the volunteers on day. That goes from all the mums who were cooking, all the sisters who were making biscuits, everyone on the day. My brother-in-law who was on the barbecue, last minute, and I think he done a great job because everything was sold out. So massive shout out to him as well. Everybody that I've spoken to since, they just can't wait to do it again. For me, personal level, look, probably the first time your kids seen you play football on an 11-side pitch. I think it was the first for most people on the pitch that their kids were watching them play. For me, my first time ever, my dad watched me play football. So it was a proud day, all in all, especially for the organisation. The first time we've ever done anything like this as a whole. You can't just put this on me and you. We took the bulk of it, but that's our job as the head of the organisation. Every single person chipped in, from the kids to the parents to the volunteers on the day. Everybody was fantastic, and credit to them, and massive round of applause for them because they were brilliant, and I can't wait to do it again next year. Years seems like a long time away, but definitely do it again.
Yeah, definitely do it again. I'm like a little kid. I can't wait.
Yeah, it is. It's that exciting. It literally is that exciting because it was good, and we've been talking about it since Monday. We're Wednesday now, and it's been non-stop photos flying around and this. So there'll be hopefully a video collage of all the photos we'll do, and then obviously the video footage will come eventually, and we will finally understand whether or not it was a penalty. Because I still don't know. Honest to God truth, I still don't. I had to go by what the referee said, and he said I was pushed in the back, and I'm going to stand by it because that's what he said. So I really don't know what you guys meant by saying to me do the right thing, because I don't know what it was. I don't know what the right thing was. I was just there minding my business, winded on the floor, and everybody saying to me do the right thing.
So in the end,
you was on the floor.
I just put it in the net.
If I was on the floor, the linesman, he didn't make a decision. I was there looking at him for about a minute, no decision whatsoever, and then the referee comes over. He sees Rudy on the floor. He speaks with Rudy and he gives the penalty.
Hey, he said to me, clearly, openly, everything. I said to him, I really don't know. I don't know what the hell happened. All I know is I'm winded and I can't really breathe right now. I think all that shisha is coming out of my throat right now.
And the challenge from Irfan as well.
And he goes, you were pushed in the back. So I said, okay, fair enough. I was pushed in the back.
No, but as you guys mentioned earlier, that it is a game of fine margins. And like Saf said, maybe if you scored the first goal, things might have been different. Maybe if the penalty wasn't awarded, things might have been different. But all in all,
was 3-0 up by then, so the game was over. So, yeah.
All in all, I think it was an absolutely brilliant day. I think as a group, we can say we're so proud of the organisation, so proud of our own community that come together. Is absolutely honestly, we can't smile enough to say that we actually pulled it off, and we just can't wait for next year. Do you think it's time to announce?
Yeah, give it, because it's a good number.
So we, as I said, we come to give Shaka Mauji the donations that we've got so far, and it's come to a total of, drum roll please, £7,152.60. And again, it's a big round of applause for everyone that was involved. Like Ruby mentioned, every single person that was there. Even whether you maybe you couldn't come, but you actually spread the word, and you actually got people to come instead. So it was absolutely fantastic. We sat down with Shaka Mauji. We've discussed a few options on spending the money, and he's actually raised something that's got us all excited. And
watch this space.
Yeah, I think that's all we can say. That's all we can say for now. I mean, it would be impressive if we can again go out to one of the countries and physically do the work ourselves, and hopefully that's the way it go.
And just know that your money, that everyone's money that's been raised, is gonna go to very, very good use. Safsi as a witness from the parents' camp, where we're gonna put this money. We don't want to reveal anything just yet, because be excited. Because it is worth being excited for. But again, as Mo said, well done to everyone, not just the parents and the coaches for playing the game, all the volunteers, everybody who showed up, everybody who supported, everybody who took one photo or two photos to make the day look even better, all the kids that were there messing around, causing a hell of a lot of mess, well done to you as well. And you know what, all the kids at the club who gone out there and fundraised, those amounts that came in those envelopes when we opened them, they're just astonishing. We didn't expect it, not at all. And I know to some people, £7,000 might seem a little less, but considering that first time, it's a massive number.
It's a massive number.
It's a massive number, and I think we have to just put it in that that's not the final amount, because there's still quite a few people that phoned us and said that because they couldn't make it, they would bring the money in the weekend. So we'll tell you a full tally, in a couple of weeks' time. But for now, for what we've given in, is that £7,152.60 to the dot. Because we counted it when we bought it here and used the counting machine. But now, brilliant day for everyone. Well done to everyone. And again, just want to say thanks to the parents, because that couldn't have been easy. It was hard for us. So I can't even imagine how hard it was for them. But well done to you. Well done to everyone, really. Well done to Mr. Kanki as well for loaning us his kits. That's another part of another form of charity as well. He's helped out, and everybody's helped out. We can't stop thanking people, because there's so many people we might even forget. So if anybody we've forgotten, then we apologise to you as well.
But we appreciate all your hard work and all your efforts and all your prayers. Thank you very much.
Saf, we do it again next year?
Definitely.
100%?
100%.
Let's do this. Make sure you're on the pitch next time.
Yeah. I was on the pitch. Real well.
Alright guys, you've heard it from their mouths. We'll go again next year, and we can't wait. Keep spreading, retweet our tweets, like, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, and all the rest of it, as always. But for now, from Abdullah headquarters, it's bye from me, from Rudy, and Saf. See you guys.
Peace.